know why I did that voice. Norm. Do you love chocolate? I do. The next word is very common. Why? I don't know. Hello everyone.
Hello ladies.
This is Keep Getting Better in Russian, and here we're getting better in Russian. Today I'm going to show you some real Russian slang words, and to make you understand how relevant these words are, I actually found them in my own chats with my friends. First word that I want to show you is ОГОНЬ. And actually, ОГОНЬ means fire, but in this case we mean it like lit, dope, really cool, or something like that. Wow, фотографии, огонь! Wow, these pictures are great, but like lit. Another example, but here we add another word. ВАЩЕ огонь. Норм жена первая. I really don't know what this conversation was about, but вообще, вообще means actually, generally speaking, but in this case, this word means totally, absolutely. So вообще becomes вообще because вообще is like it's faster to say it. So you know how we shorten the words, just like in English. So it's like вообще огонь. It totally lit. That's totally dope. I don't know why I did that voice. I assume that people who use this kind of vocabulary would sound like this. Вообще огонь. Norm, that comes from a word нормально, which means okay or normal, but more like okay. So it could be actually okay, or most of the time it would be sarcastic tone, like norm. That's like person being sarcastic. It's like you are silently, not really judging somebody, like norm. Norm. We are very sarcastic. Russian people are very sarcastic, and this sarcasm is very subtle, it being passive aggressive. Another word, ШАРИТЬ. The actual meaning of this word is to fumble. It's like awkwardly do something or look for something with your hand. Like actually, we don't really use it that way anymore, and we only use it as a slang word, which means all of a sudden to have the knowledge in a certain topic, in a certain area. So a person, my friend, sends me a message. Ты явно больше шаришь. You obviously more are aware, like you know better than me. Like we were talking about something and maybe he was like, well, you probably know better than me. Obviously, actually, явно. Another example was like, I was saying, шарю, это же логика просто. Like, am I really good at this topic? Это же логика просто. Well, that's just logic. That just makes sense. And he said, не порти впечатление, don't ruin the impression. And then he said, шаришь, exclamation mark, like, you know, you are good at this, you actually know a lot on this topic. Let me first read the message itself. Ага, ну он где-то накопал, видимо, и не шарит. It's like, yeah, well, apparently, видимо, apparently, and the word накопать. Basically, копать is to dig, накопать in this slang sense is to find, right? Probably we were talking about to find some information. So he was saying he apparently just like found some information. И не шарит. He means that he is not really aware whatever topic we were talking about. Like he just found some information, collected some info, but he's not really good on this topic. Okay, next one. Я в них, конечно, не особо шарю. So basically, he was probably saying, I am, of course, not really knowing much about this topic, whatever it was. So the word ОСОБО comes from the word особенно. Особенный actually means special or especially, specially. But in this case, first of all, we shorten it to особо. It becomes like a slangish word. And it used in a negative connotation. Like he says, не особо шарю. It's like, I'm not really aware. I don't really know much about this topic. So it wouldn't be, when it comes to slang of this word, it wouldn't be used in a positive connotation. Не особо, not really. Not really, and whatever you say next. You can even say, я не особо люблю шоколад. I don't really like chocolate that much. That's a bad example because everybody loves chocolate, right? Do you love chocolate? I do. And to make you understand how much we are using this word, I've searched this word in our chats and like we use this a lot. And this is just a small part that I'm showing you. The next word is very common. We could put it on top 3 common slang words in Russian language probably. Прикольно. Прикольно. And actually, прикалывать means to pin. Like we have a pin, or, you know, and we can pin something, it's like прикалывать. But for some reason it became a slang, which means cool, nice, interesting, like some positive experience. For example, what we see here. He said прикольно. Maybe I was saying something about, like, something, I did something, or maybe I told him about some of my opinions. He said, прикольно. That's interesting, nice and cool at the same time. It's like a mixture of these words. Но звучит прикольно. Но звучит прикольно. But that sounds cool, nice, interesting. Да, это прикольно. Yeah, that's nice. That's interesting. That's cool. Да ты прикалываешься. Ты прикалываешься. You're kidding. Ты прикалываешься. And you see these little pins, because it literally means to pin. You're pinning. You're kidding. Why? I don't know. Şaka yapıyorsun ya. And this one, next one, is also in like top 3 most used slang words, is КАПЕЦ. And some of you who are already super advanced in Russian know that it's just a version of another word that I'm not going to pronounce right now, but it also ends with the letter ц. And we don't try to curse too much, so we would use КАПЕЦ. КАПЕЦ. So this word can mean wow, damn, or anything like that. When you are surprised, you're shocked. Maybe it can be a good, or it can be not a good shock. Вообще, капец неожиданно. It's totally unexpected, he says. Or this last message, he says, капец, у вас с мамой голоса похожи. Damn, your mom's voice and yours sound so similar, he says. It's so damn delicious. Капец, это вкусно. Like, you know. Next one is also about digging. I don't know what's wrong with digging and Russian language. So the message sounds like this. Капец, до нее докопались. So we see 2 words in one sentence again. Капец, damn, wow. До нее докопались. Докопаться means to dig up to something. When you're digging, and suddenly you start seeing dinosaurs' bones, right? That's one thing. In this case, when it comes to slang, this means to pick at somebody, or like, you know, asking questions, bothering somebody, asking too many questions, like, or trying to get in someone's business, or to criticize them, or like actually disturb. You know, it actually means to disturb somebody. Докопаться. And we actually have a joke about this one. Ну что ты до меня докопался? Because you see, he's with a shovel, he's digging, and he actually dug up to the skeleton, and at the same time it means to bother, like, why are you bothering me? Чё ты до меня докопался? Ну чё ты докопался? Next word is париться. Let me read the message. И сейчас я не парюсь за деньги, что меня сильно удивляет. Не парюсь за работу. Comes from a noun par. Par means steam. So we can be steaming, like going to sauna, but actually when it comes to slang, it means to worry, to stress about some topic. So сейчас я не парюсь за деньги. I'm not worried or stressed about деньги, the money. And then in brackets, что меня сильно удивляет, what surprises me a lot. Не парюсь за работу. I'm not worried about работа, work. I'm not stressed over work. Париться. We can also say, as you can see in the message with my mom, she says, or I was saying, я не парюсь. I'm not too worried. Я не парюсь. And she tells me, да не парься. Да не парься. Like, don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. So as you can see, even my mom uses such slang. So it's not all too bad. If you've joined my Telegram channel, you know that I'm opening group lessons. So if you still want to join, it doesn't matter what level you're on. You can be a complete beginner, you can be A2, B1. I actually want to focus on speaking. That way you are learning Russian the natural way, like children do. Children are not focusing on grammar when they're learning. You learn through speaking and listening, because I believe that this is the most effective way. This is exactly how I've learned English, and as you can see, I succeeded. Don't miss this. If you still want to join, there are some spots left. This was it for today. Like this if it was useful. Subscribe to my channel to see more, and see you in the next video. Пока-пока!